Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Don't Feed the Animals podcast. I'm your host, James, and welcome back, Rojas, to two host, one mini table again. Yay! We're here. Yay! We're doing it.
And the crowd rejoiced.
Yes. Welcome back, Ming. How art thou?
Thank you so much for having me. Art thou good, man. Art thou good. Busy. Been really busy.
Yeah.
Traveling all over the place.
Nice.
But I've been good, and thanks for having me back on Don't Feed the Animals, man.
Yes.
Feels good. Feels almost like a second home,
Oh, I'm glad you feel that way. Honestly, I never thought we'd be doing this again with, just this vibe, this chaos, this beautiful chaos. And somehow it's just that we're just allowing it to happen again. So.
Oh, it was bound to happen again at some point. Our paths are too intermingled for it not to have.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is. This is crazy. You know what's funny? But I don't even. So it does bring me to what made us even start it in the first place? I think we were both trying to do something. I was already podcasting, as from what I remember it to be. And you were streaming?
Oh, when we made our podcast?
Yes. When we did ours, what made us?
The two hosts, one mini table. What was the origin story of that?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I do remember that I was already doing Don't Feed the Animals. And I think you were streaming at the time also, if I remember correctly.
Correct. So, because I had done the We Like It Nerdy podcast years and years ago, and that was the origin story for my podcast. And then you had created Don't Feed the Animals as we went off of our podcast journey. And then during the pandemic, when all that stuff happened, I got really into streaming. I was like, I was still working. Thankfully, I had my job, because I was just pretty much working data, in data companies, like I'm doing now. So we had an office, right? We would go into a bullpen and we would work cases for clients and stuff, but there was no reason to be in an office. So we all went remote. So thankfully I was still working.
Yeah.
But, since the world was closed, you were getting more into the podcasting. I was getting more into the streaming, and we're like, well, wouldn't it be we just started talking, and wouldn't it be just cool to just kind of
collab,
do a best of both worlds, a collab hodgepodge, show.
I mean,
right?
We basically copied what big streamers did, I think.
right. Again, always before its time. What I mean? Always before its time. So, I had whipped up some kind of crazy UI, and then it all centered around our picture we took together at the mall. We're just two dudes, and we're just sitting at this mini table.
Oh yes, that was a we posed in that photo. That was a good time. Yeah, that was a great. I was like, that's both of us at this table. Such a good picture.
Right, and the podcast can just be about whatever the hell we want to talk about that week, as if we were just sitting down at that little mini table.
Oh, we should have photoshopped microphones in front of us.
We should have. We still can.
We still can.
Be
this is not. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. No.
So that's kind of how that worked. We're like, well, fuck it. I'll stream it, and on my channel, then you'll rip the audio of it, and then you'll throw it on your podcast, like I've seen on there, which always made my heart flutter. I'm like, hey, I remember those days.
Exactly.
And then
it's I did more then.
That's what happened.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I don't know what the goal was, but I just knew that we did it and it was fun. So that's always good.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm trying to even think about like what kind of content we actually put out together. You know, for the most part, I see it as more as like a very variety. You know, I don't think we did anything that off the wall, anything too unhinged, if you will.
It was more or less just kind of a way to stay. I think it was more or less to stay away during staying connected during a time where like everything was closed down.
Yeah.
You know, because I was looking a lot, because it's 5 years ago. That's 2020, man.
Yeah, that's
You know, and then so that's like, and looking at the episodes and looking at myself, I had this big beard, and I was like, I'll just shave it all off when I go back into the office, and it was like, oh shit, well, I don't even know when that's gonna happen.
right.
So.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's all coming back to me the more I look into the timeline. And we talked about just random shit. Like we talked about that Mark Ruble, you know, the videos. You were really big into him at that time.
I know.
And we did some video game reviews. And I think we were looking at movie trailers and shit, just random shit, you know?
Yeah. So just pretty much throwing anything up in the air, see what's stuck. But it was fun doing it all. It just didn't matter. It was just kind of fun doing it that way, though, because you could kind of just do whatever you want and just be comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
Just fucking freestyle it. Not really like have really a huge format. Just fuck it, you know? And I did like the visuals, at least when we were streaming it live, because that was another thing, too. Because, I mean, nowadays I am pretty scripted. But, you know, that's usually when I'm by myself. But for the most part, back then, I was like freestyling everything. Like we had no structure. I mean, it wasn't not like incomprehensible. It was just basically just not structured well. It's just flying off the seat of our pants.
Yeah, it was the Wild
We
West,
knew
man.
what we were going to say, and that was pretty much it. Like, we knew a topic, and that was it. I think that was
yeah.
You know, just
We had like different
it.
little segments that were like, sometimes like we'll do a mini tangent, we'll do like a video game review, or you know, it wasn't like this is what we're gonna do every week all the time. It was just like, hey, this is what I found out happened the other day.
I mean, shit, that's kind of like this one. It really never changed, you know. I mean, the difference might be so that, like, I don't know, like, I guess I kind of figured out like some sort of formula for maybe not the type of episode, but any type of episode has a certain formula, I guess. Like if I do a movie review podcast, it's gonna have shape. It's not, but it is going to be a movie review podcast, which isn't what I am all the time, but I could do them because I'm doing whatever I want. You know, if I want to talk about a video game, I'll talk about a video game. I want to talk about a movie, I'll talk about a movie. I want to talk about fucking the world, I'll talk about the world or what I do, you know? It's freeing, I guess. I don't know, to kind of just, I think that needs to be appreciated what a podcast is, I guess, you know?
Yeah, because you're putting out there that, you know, content that
anything you want.
You're being genuine to your audience.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
it's true.
It's not necessarily got to be about the same thing over and over again. Like you're just, you know, giving yourself to your audience, man. Sharing your thoughts and your feelings to them based on whatever happens in your life.
Yeah.
In small little doses.
I'm just trying to get better at like providing that stuff, you know. We never had a guest on because it was a tiny table. But if we did have a guest, but what if we did have a guest? Who would?
It would be a lot of people at a very tiny table.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of people. But I feel like we could have had a guest at one point. I'm just trying to think who would be fun. Who would have been fun to bring on to have? Really anybody.
Oh, man. Really anybody, right? Anybody.
I mean, shit. I've had like all types of guests. Like I said, I've had fucking strippers, you know, college movie producers, fucking DJs, people who have been struck by lightning. You know, all my fucking friends, family, us actual psychiatrists, and I've had all types of people on. So I think having What would be fun at a mini table?
Well, like, well, you know who would be? I don't think we would ever had. I've never heard on any one of our podcasts, but he's been on our stream on occasional. His Red Eyes would have been good to have on an episode.
You're right.
You know.
You're right. That would be
You
great.
know.
Yes.
Red Eyes.
Yes, that would be
Depending
fun.
depending on the content of the episode and the for mature audiences,
It doesn't
can always
matter. I
have
feel like
unholy.
it's always gonna go in a certain direction if we do have him on. But that's great. I want that. I want that. I feel like he's gonna speak his truth, and I want that to be heard. I appreciate the fuck out of that. That is his point of view. I really do. I really do. I almost want him to realize no one's gonna listen to this, so don't worry about what he says. But I feel like he's gonna worry about what he says the whole time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know.
Oh, that would be such a
Funny
treat.
to have him on something like this because I know it would be something he wouldn't want to be on.
Yes. He wouldn't want to be on this at all. He'd be like,
Exactly. No way. I want to record a conversation, put it out there for the world.
oh my goodness. But that is a great guess. That's a great suggestion. Oh my goodness. But
And
yeah.
then another suggestion that I would like, another person that I would think would be funny to put on, a podcast like this or have a conversation with, is another one of my Marine Corps buddies from the call center when I worked at Apple.
Okay.
We have a lot of crazy stories to share and a lot of insane, pretty unique and insane origin story to have there. But again, I don't think he'd either be like, no way.
I'm not
I
putting
don't
that shit out
want to
there.
put any of those stories out on the internet.
Surprisingly,
So-
I have friends like that too, where I feel like I would have a great conversation with, but they are uncomfortable with putting their thoughts and opinion out there. I feel like there's something to be said about that, though. Like that is kind of sad that we're in a time where people feel like they can't express themselves because their opinion is polarizing. But I don't necessarily think that they should worry because it's not a bad opinion. It's just theirs. I don't know. It's always a shame. Yeah. Because I've had even I literally have such great conversations with these people. And it sucks that I'm like, yeah, I can't share these conversations that I have with everybody because some people were really in fear of their thoughts and opinions being used against them. Which brings me to how things are different from then to now, right?
Right.
Back then, a lot of things just changed from when we were doing it in 2000 and even 2005,
Dude, to think back at the first time that I did We Like It Nerdy, man.
That was
it was crazy.
Really early.
It just went way.
What do you know how many
early.
what year that was?
So I got out of the military 2009, active duty. Right, 2009.
Shit.
And then went through some shit in 2010. So it had to have been around 2011, right? 2011, 2012. Fuck, I have buddies right now that were born around this time.
Yeah.
Co-workers.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
We're doing and it was just some buddies of mine from high school, and the wrestling and my wrestling team too. And and you knew a bunch of them, Richie and Matt.
Yeah.
All those guys. And it just started as a way because I now was out of the military. We're all living in the same area. And we were more or less just catching up and shooting the shit and talking about nerdy stuff. This was when it was the peak Marvel, right? Iron Man had just come out. And what was it? Captain America was kind of in Thor. Right, and it was building towards the Avengers. And I think it was peak 360 or it was like Peaks 360,
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 era.
Yeah.
And then the shows were like Dexter and Breaking Bad was like peak Breaking Bad, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So we would all get together and we would talk about this stuff, and we just said, well, wouldn't it be funny if we just recorded this stuff? Like we're talking for about an hour and a half on end about
Yeah.
nerdy stuff, and we each kind of all had our niche, right?
Uh-huh.
Like we all met over at our buddy Richie's house, and Matt would always talk about like comics at the comic shop, and our
Mm-hmm.
buddy Joel would talk about like sci-fi and what was going on in Serenity, or
Yeah.
not Serenity, at Firefly or whatever. And I was all, I was going to Full Sail at the time, so I was like working on video games and researching what was going on in the video game world.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Lilith, and she was like all into the action figures,
Mm-hmm.
so we all kind of had our little niche, right?
Yeah.
And we did a lot of episodes, and then subtly it started to kind of, people got a little bit more busy at work and stuff, and were busy at school, or they were getting ready to graduate, and slowly but surely it faded away after we had done panels at conventions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
fucking cool.
and it was difficult too, because like uploading, we would have to record. We had like a little bit of equipment, and it was so expensive to buy a MacBook at the time, and then we'd
Yeah.
upload to like Stitcher, and you would upload to iTunes, you have to upload to 3 different places.
Yeah.
And podcasting technology wasn't like it wasn't all right there on Spotify. Like you had to go onto iTunes and download the episode on iTunes and listen to it there, or you had to download it on Stitcher and download it and listen to it there. So it was like still kind of weird, and
It was
really
early.
before its time.
It was early.
It was early.
I was
It early,
listening
man.
to you guys. I was participating in the questions that were asked, or asking questions to you guys. So that was a fun experience. So I felt involved, even though I was not involved. And that was before I even thought about doing my own podcast. That was always something that was interesting. I think I did my own. Me coming up with my own podcast, I think, came from an event where I was dying, and then, or going through some sort of traumatic medical event, and then just waking up and saying I want to do stand-up comedy, and then that never really happened. I felt like, well, I'm not a really good writer, but I like to talk, so I decided to just sidestep and do podcasting instead. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just fucking said, let me just try this out. And I had many co-hosts in the beginning, and then, at the end it was just always me. So now it's just me now. And me and co-hosts, I always want, or not even co-hosts, just guests in general, is something I'm always welcoming, because it's one thing I like to do is interview and talk to people.
And now that I really think about it, man, when it comes down to the two host one mini table,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those episodes, all those episodes are really because of you, man. You had that push. You were doing the Don't Feed the Animals, and I was streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and we just linked up one day, and you're like, yeah, I want to do more. I'm doing this thing, but if we could add another day, that'll just be something else that I could throw onto my channel and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm already streaming. I'm already gaming and putting some stuff on Twitch. I'm more than happy to like create whatever we would want to do for the YouTube channel. And like a lot of it was like, all right, you wanted to meet up specifically on a Wednesday because I think you were playing handball at the time, or something at that time. So it was
Maybe.
like you were doing your Don't Feed the Animals, then you wanted to do this one because you were a lot of the push behind that show. I just jumped in there and said, let's do it, and put it on a video platform where you would put it on your podcast.
You made it look good too, because I was like, I like this, and I like this. This is because for the most part, this is the format of how people usually consume podcasts, in that visual sense, where I was on cam, you were on cam, and we had,
Yep.
the means to put up what we're looking at and watching and talking about up on screen. And it was just that, like, you know, it was just simple, but that's enough for people to be like, this is what podcasts are, because nowadays that's what podcasts are. Rarely do people listen to them. I mean, it's best if you just listen to them, but it's more common to get more exposure through the visual sense than the audio sense. At least that's what I feel. Unless you're already something big, then people are going to listen to you no matter what. At least that's what I've found in the current climate of this day, you know, of podcasting.
Yeah, it's a scary thought, man. I've always thought about, like, oh, you know, I get that creative itch sometimes where I was like, oh, do I want to start streaming again? I'm not sure. Do I want to start a podcast? I'm not sure, because it just seems to be like, you know, it's very intimidating, at least if you would ask me, right? That's my perspective of it, because like to me, it seems like you need to be, it's the luck of the algorithm. Like, you need to be just good enough at the topic that you want to talk about or discuss, discuss it in a way that is familiar to someone that's kind of already doing it.
Yeah.
You know, but like you were saying,
it's
what
rare.
I really liked about what you said earlier is being genuine to yourself. It's just me giving my thoughts on X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you can give your opinions in such a way that it's familiar to this person who has already got a lot of attention, right? Yeah. And you maybe fall into their, well, because 8 million people watch this one, this is your suggested content. Right. And there you go, you pop up, you know? But I think that happens the more you stay on that grind.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know,
you got to just keep doing the thing.
I wanted to say to you was, you know, I respect that grind, because you're still going. You got those 20-minute episodes and you're putting them out. That's why we're talking tonight.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's cool when you do the thing and you do get into a flow state where you're like, this is the formula. This is what I do. And now I can do it, the thing. And then you get good at that. And then you figure out how to get better at that. And it becomes fun again. So it's good to be in this state that I'm in. It took me, it's not easy though. It's hard. It's hard because you get to these points where you're like, you know, I mean, and I've missed episode streaks. I mean, I didn't do like the episode before the one that just came out. I skipped one, but that for me, I've stopped making it like a bad thing and make it look more like this makes sense, you know, because it's like holiday weekend and like I have a life too, you know what I mean? And honestly, like it's not like I'm catering to hundreds of people. That'd be different, because then there'll be more drive behind it. But for me to just at least put out quality, I give myself grace, and I'm like, it's fine, because the episode that I am going to put out is going to be good. and I'll have because coming up with topics in a singular person podcast is not the easiest thing, especially when I'm not really necessarily thriving to be topical. I'm really not. I mean, yes, I talk about things that are in the now, but for the most part, it's not in any particular. I mean, have I talked about topical things? Of course, but that's rare. You know, it's more about, you know, like, hey, I've thought about this thought about living, you know, and this is what I think, or what's the difference between momentum and meaning, and, you know, philosophical shit. It's weird to go that route. I don't know what made me get there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's weird. I don't know, because it's a swerve. Like, put it this way: if I were to go back, and if I could put the same question to you, I know my answer is going to be very different. If I were to go to my original, like, what things meant to me then and what things mean to me now, especially those recordings that I've done back then, and like what I was trying to go for and what I'm trying to go for now, I think it's very different for me. How do you feel about it for you?
So,
my reasons have changed. So basically,
for wanting to.
Yeah. So for me, it's you know, when I was recording, it was just kind of like, I hope this thing is, I don't care what I say or do. That's why I did what I said and did. And I just want to be entertaining and fun and blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
And hopefully I get a hit, and then, you know, XYZ and everything like goes good and blah, blah, blah. And now that is not how I feel. Now I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice if I get a hit and everything goes good, but I want everything that I put out to be something that is of quality and of something that is of substance. I almost care more about the content, at least before, was like, I just care more about entertaining.
Right, okay.
But I always did it in a genuine way. But it does. But either way, my feelings or what it meant to me is different.
What you aspired to have it be has now changed.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's not like, it's almost like my mission and values have changed, you know, from 5 years ago to now.
For me, when I was originally doing, for any time, whether I was doing We Like It Nerdy or when I was streaming, what I really liked about it was the social aspect of it, right? Like I liked getting around, you know, and hanging out with my buddies and just kind of BS and shooting the breeze, because I've, you know, shooting the shit, or you know, anytime I would get out of school, man, it would be meeting up at 7-Eleven and just a group of us just bullshitting, hanging out, drinking some Slurpees, eating some taquitos, and just talking with your friends, like that social aspect, being with people, right? Of having varying different opinions, but still coming together to hang out and still rank on each other and give each other shit.
Yeah.
And then as we kind of grew older, went on to, onto our lives, you know, it was at a time where the internet was kind of like, it was reaching out. It was like a way to kind of reach out. So we would get together and still have that social aspect and still bullshit and talk shit to each other. But now let's try to do it on a bigger stage, like with a bigger megaphone, that is this thing called the internet. Like uploading to iTunes. Like people that are going to listen to this podcast, could be listening to this podcast tomorrow, like could be like, what the fuck is oh, you mean Apple Music?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stitcher. What is Stitcher? You mean Spotify?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I was uploading to.
Yeah.
You know, trying to do podcasts before Joe Rogan signed millions of dollars to do it on Spotify.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, just kind of BSing and just trying to throw like our thoughts out there just to socialize. And then even when I started streaming, I think it was the same thing. I think, like, you know, not to try to keep up with current trends or anything. It was just like, well, I'm already gaming, right?
Yeah.
I already enjoy gaming, you know, and the world's closed down. Like, you can't really go out, and no one's really couch co-oping anymore. Like, there's the genre couch co-op, but you're not sitting on the couch with your buddy in the same room playing that game.
No.
Right? You're on a network. You're in a matchmaking lobby while your buddy's in another state, which is awesome. But you're still missing that room, sticking your hand in that same bag of Cheetos, you know, asking each other which Coke is whose. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I guess I started streaming because that would be like a digital way of trying to socialize with other gamers. Like, again, put myself out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even today, right? Like, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in front of a stream or on a podcast, and I know every time we meet, you always tell me, when I'm going to get you on episode, when I'm going to get you on episode. So your persistence, and I'm always about it, but something either comes up, or I get too busy, you know, life happens. Of course. And, you know, here we are today. And so if you were to ask me, like, if my goals or my you know, if I were to do this, if they changed, I think it's just like you were saying, that consistency, just genuine wanting to just catch up with the world out there. Yeah. To listeners that have, if they've followed or seen my journey or go past in the back and kind of see the journey, I hope it's been just genuine and open and consistent of who I am as a person. I think so. Just kind of like, for where I'm at in life, you had my opinions then, if they changed, you saw them,
Saw them change in real
5 years
time.
ago when I streamed them,
Exactly.
and then here I am today.
Yeah.
And I hope that I still have presented myself the same way, and that's kind of what I go for, when it comes to these kind of things like streaming or podcasting and stuff. And if we had a topic, or I know today we were like, yeah, let's talk about our history of podcasting and where we've gotten to from our show. And that's kind of, I hope we've stuck onto that, and that's been the purpose, right? To reconnect, finally be on Don't Feed the Animals, your show, sharing our experiences that we've had when our paths have crossed before, and
for sure,
love being a guest on the show today, man.
So how does it feel being back with me again? Do you miss this?
It feels like we met yesterday, dude. If you're asking me honestly, it feels like we did this the other day where we're like, okay, well, what are we gonna do today?
Okay.
Well, I got this Mark Vivier video we could talk about. I'm like, cool. Got this Animal Crossing news we could talk about. Oh, we could talk about the Venom trailer. So it feels like I said at the beginning of the episode, man. I feel like I'm in my second home. Like, I feel very familiar. It's like a brother from a meeting up with a brother from another mother. Like, all right, what are we talking about today, man?
So do you think we can do a version of this again at some point? Like just another, like, would it be? Basically what I'm saying is the table still mini, or do we have some more? Have we emotionally grown from the mini table? And maybe it's like, just more of like an evolution of that in some way. We do a comeback and we see what this is now.
I think this was a good reunion at the mini table. I think the mini table always will be there.
Yes.
Sentimentally, spiritually, virtually off in the internet land.
That picture is fucking golden. There's going to be times
where you may go off and journey into another 100 episodes.
Yeah.
But maybe on episode 143. The 143 episode, 143. We reunite again at that mini table.
Oh, yes. Fantastic. Fantastic. Something to look forward to. I love how 143, it's a good number. Oh, God. That would be good. That's a dream out loud. That's a dream out loud indeed. Oh, man.
Gotta wish it in permission. But yeah, I think that mini table is always there, and I think there's always going to be a time, my friend, where we will reunite and sit down and have deep conversations at that mini table.
Yeah, I think
there's always, like you said, if there's someone else out there that wants to come at a very crouched table and open up and share your thoughts,
I think so.
We'd love to have you at that mini table.
Yeah, for sure. I have other projects I'm working on the side too that might intertwine with the podcast, but it just has to, it has to develop, and then when it matures, then I'll bring it to light. But until then, this is going to be, the ongoing thing. Like you said, it has to keep on going. The podcast's consistency, it's important. It's important to let people know that I'm there, and there's always something to be said. But it's great to flex my creative muscles every week to come up with something to share with everybody. It has been very fun. Very fun.
It should. It's good, man. You should keep going.
Yeah.
I admire that perseverance.
Yeah,
so
it's not easy.
Keep at it, man. Like I said, I sent you that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Your what's that called? You're wrapped.
Your way.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yep, I rapped.
Yeah. I was like, I know that podcast. I know that guy. I don't get as much feedback. I greatly appreciate any type of feedback. Like people who know me, who speak to me directly, do anything. When people say anything on the actual platforms that they're listening to, I also greatly appreciate that. I've had people tell me some critiques. I have some people tell me things that they've seen, like topics and ideas that I've brought up that somebody else brought up weeks later, and like they're like a genius or a PhD or whatever the fuck, and I'm just like, That just feels good. It just feels good coming up with like these worldviews, and I mean, like I said, it's different now. It's different to have opinions nowadays and thoughts, but I still keep them because I think I come from a point of understanding, and that's what I find most important. That I think that's why Don't Feed the Animals has evolved so many times, is because I'm just trying to get to this point of authenticity of myself, and then be able, once I'm like authentic with myself, it's kind of like you could put me anywhere and the product is me being myself. And that's fun. It's fun. I like that. I want to do like a fucking review with you or something, you know what I mean? I want to do something. I want to do like a fucking shit that basically like a mini table 2.0, where we really like we do it right, like we talk about these things, but they're more, again, like I think I've molded myself into a certain style that I'm like, oh, like again, we can really literally like talk about fucking games and fucking movies and that type of shit, but I can still have my meaning, my actual, like my mission and values be displayed, I guess, if that's the best way to put it. So I think that'd be fun. Because I know it'd be like, I'm not trying to be different. Like, I don't think it'd be different, I just brainstorming.
Really find a topic and just kind of break it down. Like a movie review, song review, video game review, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because everybody does that. You know what I mean? But again, when you're so comfortable at like your style of thinking, it's almost like, oh, okay, that's a perspective. But it's good to have a different one. It's good to have something. A different angle to look at these things. It almost gives everything another layer of fun. That's how I see it.
Man.
Speaking of which, we can end this on something topical maybe, and give an excuse to have some sort of reunion again in the future. But are you looking forward to anything that's coming out, movie, video game, comic related?
Okay, bring it back to
let's bring a nerdy topic,
OG
man.
format.
Yeah,
A nerdy topic. Keep it roots. If you're asking me what I'm looking forward to, man, like I know that.
So I need to get back in the loop. I'm out of it.
Oh man, I'm grasping on the best that I can with how busy I've been lately.
Oh, this is what happens. We get old and busy. See, this is the thing. But it doesn't mean that we can't catch up or understand. If we know what we like, we know what we like. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. We can comprehend what we catch up on. It's fine. But that's been my excuse on why I haven't been really into too many fucking things lately, because I'm like, I feel like I'm busy and I'm doing shit. So it's like I have no time, but I am watching stuff. Like I'm watching latest shows, like Stranger Things is a thing, I guess. I watched that.
That's actually what I'm really looking forward to is Stranger Things.
Are you caught up with the first 4 episodes of the season 5?
No.
You should watch them. They're out now.
I have to go check those out. No, I haven't seen those yet.
Fantastic.
The last one I saw was when they finally pushed Vecna back, and then it was over for a little bit, or he broke the whole freaking thing open.
End of season 4. That was great. That was a good season. I wasn't always the biggest fan of Stranger Things when season 3 came out. It was probably the weakest season in my opinion. But in watching this new season, I realized in a whole, other than feeling, what's that called when you feel like I've watched 4 seasons, this is the final season, I have like an obligation to it now, because you've already committed it, so I have to watch this season no matter what. But beyond that being the reason, finally realized like what genuinely is about this show that I enjoy. Because I'll tell you, the plot is meh. I don't care that much. For me, I don't know how anybody else feels about the plot of Stranger Things. I don't think it's that it matters. I think what I love about the show is the character dynamics between the different characters that they decide to team up with. Anytime they've ever did that in the start of season 2, because season 1 was lightning in a bottle, in my opinion. Season 1 was great.
Okay.
But when season 2 came out, they had, all these weird character interactions. Like, what's his face? Dustin and
of course.
See, you know what I mean? See, and then season 3 was a little bit too much. Yes, they introduced a lot of characters that everyone loves and blah blah blah. But whatever. I thought it was too cartoony, even though it's a very cartoony show when you think about it. But still, there was something about it I didn't care. 4 was good because of that song. and then like I said, 5, yeah.
Just because of that song, that's the series behind the season.
Listen, they
keep running up that hill. Yep, we got it.
Fucking Kate Bush, man. And then this one, okay. I'm now, like I said, I'm in this different headspace. I always question fucking things that I do. So I'm like, why am I watching this fucking show?
They're gonna need a real good song for the season 5, is what you're saying, to get it.
They're gonna need a really no. But then I saw that they did the character thing again, where the different characters are interacting with each other, and then I'm like, this is why I like it, because they're all they're very caricature, but it's fun to see the interaction.
Stop signs, Kate Bush, you hear this?
We're getting T mode right now. But yeah, but that's why character dynamics. That's the fun. That's the most fun about that show, and that's what tickles me when I see this character talk to this character, and I'm like, that's funny that they're interacting, because this person's so, like, they just fucking think about whatever the other thing. The other person's such an external thinker or internal thinker, and I don't know, like, that's the type of stuff. And I'm like, then this is a cute little scene that they have together, and they do that a lot.
And see, here we go. This is why we made the dynamic duo, because it brought so much of a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the character dynamic because I saw it from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the reason why I really like this show and I gravitated toward it, I'm going to see it all the way through, is because it's like a reimagining, almost like a reimagining of the Goonies. It has a lot of element of the Goonies, but in a D&D one-shot adventure. Right, from the first season, first episode, they're all playing D&D together. They're a party of diverse people, right? And that's what you need to be successful in D&D, right? You can't have a whole party full of paladins. You can't have a full party full of wizards or mages, because it's just not going to work, right?
Right.
You can try to make it work, but if you run into a bandit of a magic immune beasts, you're kind of fucked, because they're going to mow right over you if you don't have a warrior.
Right.
So the diversity of your party is just key, is very important key to a successful D&D campaign. And that's what you're talking to. That's what drives you into that Stranger Thing, is the diversity of those characters. And I look at it from, like, this is like a D&D, like a nostalgic D&D one-shot. Because, like, I'm a child of the 80s, right? So I dig, like, the arcade machine. And I dig the aesthetic vibe of, like, the neon. And, like, I remember watching Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters and stuff. Like, they talking about,
the fuck out of that shit. Yes.
So I love that, and then the sci-fi aspect of it is very, like, old school Stephen King kind of style.
Yeah,
like almost like a Scooby-Doo kind of adventure, right?
For sure.
But it's still maintaining that D&D element. Like, these kids are playing their D&D characters in real life and going through these, like, adventures, and then it all kind of ties back to the tabletop game.
Oh,
right?
Man.
So it's like they're reliving. It's like you're watching a D&D movie, but just it's not called D&D. It's called Stranger Things.
Oh man, you really need to watch this fucking first 4 episodes of the 5th season then, because I wanted to say something out loud when you said the D&D thing, and I was like, oh yeah, like so and so's is this and so is like this. Oh, and so is totally like this, but I didn't want to ruin it for you. But I wish I could have said that what I wanted to say out loud. So you need to watch the next 4 episodes, and probably when we meet again, because I think in Christmas is when they put out the 3 episodes, and then the finale is going to be New Year's Eve. So if I see you anytime after those time frames, we need to be caught up so we can speak upon this show, because I think you're going to be very delighted then with where they're going with this shit because of what you just said. I was like, oh, that kind of clicks and tracks. It really tracks. Oh yeah, the show's getting good. I mean, it's gonna end well, I think, in my opinion. Did you hear the budget on this fucking show though?
I didn't hear. So you cut out for a bit there because you're like, next time we get together.
Oh no, you better be up to date, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But what I was saying before was, oh shit, I don't remember what I just said because I'm now thinking about what you heard last. Huh?
There was something about the budget.
Oh, the budget, yeah. Do you know how much they spent on this fucking show?
I do not.
480 million.
Jesus Christ. This better be good, dude.
Yo, watch the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes is
Netflix
crazy.
Has the money.
Oh, for
Netflix
sure.
has the money to throw at this show. They just bought Warner Brothers for $83-something billion.
That's
dude.
crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, damn. I feel like this was a good.
Changing.
This is definitely a good like preview of what Two Host One Mini Table episode would definitely sound like if we ever do that again.
Yeah, that's a good throwback.
Yeah,
good
I liked
too.
ending it on
So
a little
those,
nerdy talk.
yeah. See those Don't Feed the Animals listeners out there, if you ever wondered when you're flipping through those episodes what an episode of Two Host One Mini Table was like, you just got yourself a snippet right here for very nostalgic throwback.
It's the only time where I'm
right
attached to the zeitgeist of what's going on in the now is if it has something to do with nerdy shit. That's the only way I know. Besides that, I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck shit. Whatever fucking trend is going on.
And the next season of Fallout.
Fuck yeah,
That's
Fallout.
also
I'm
something
excited
looking forward to.
Me too. Me too. See, we're watching the same shit. We should be able to talk about it and spoiler review it. Just saying.
Oh, I'm down.
I'm down. I am very much down because I will tell you this. When I did that Toxic Avenger episode with my brother, I had a lot of fun doing that. I was like, it was fun to watch because me and him watched it together. I mean, you and I don't have to watch it together, but I did take notes. You know, you don't have to, but I liked doing that and being a proper reviewer for once instead of just kind of going off of like, I don't know, like a memory. It was fun to like actually like review something while I was watching it. And I would have fun doing that.
Yeah, we could think about something like that.
For sure.
When I'm not traveling all across this country.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're not playing, you have something to watch.
End of a season review of one of these two things, we can reconnect and talk it through, do a thorough review of the season. Yes, and I would like to do that. I don't give a fuck. Again, I don't give a fuck if you guys want to listen to it or not. I want to do that. I was gonna be like, if you guys want to tell me what, no, I'm like, no, I want to do that. So fuck that. If you guys want to listen or not, end of season, we're meeting up again when we're having a conversation. Yeah, I want to. Sounds good. I want to see, you know, and yeah, it's like I said, you'll enjoy these. They're long though. They're fucking long. The finale is gonna be like 2 hours long. The one that they're gonna put out on New Year's, that's crazy. This was fun, man. Hopefully my internet didn't cut out.
2 hour episode, they're gonna do it justice, then fuck it, dude. By all means, give me 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, you're right. That's how I see it. It's the fucking finale of the series, so I get it.
And the show's already an hour a piece anyway, so you just think about it that way. They were like, oh,
100%.
so they're just putting 2 episodes together, and now it's like almost like a fucking finale movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's not filled with filler bullshit. And
$480 million.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. When you see
So
the first,
I hope I get some fucking beholders in there and some more Vecna and all these Demi
Vecna looks good. Vecna looks really, really good. And for I know he's 100% CGI. There's no way. He looks great though. Yeah.
And then Fallout, dude. Fallout, that show was the reason why I played Fallout 4. I had always, funny
You weren't a
story.
Fallout guy?
I was an Elder Scrolls guy. Always been an Elder Scrolls guy. From Morrowind, from Blood Moon. Oh, my Elder Scrolls fandom goes back a hot minute. But the thing was I was always a Bethesda fan. So when I had Fallout 3 when it came out, never played it. Then Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition came out many years later, and it was on sale for $20. Bought that, never played it. New Vegas came out. I bought New Vegas, had New Vegas, never played it. And then because Skyrim came out, or Skyrim came around that time, played the shit ton of that on every version that Skyrim had come out on.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, every time I bought a Fallout, something happened in my life. I was moving, I got a new job, I got promoted at my job, or whatever that prevented me from really sitting down and playing it. Because I remember sitting down, like, fuck yeah, I got the new Fallout. I was like, I'm actually going to play it this time. I'd open the plastic up, flip through the freaking player's guide as it would install or update on my Xbox. And then, I would close it or get a call, or I'd go meet out some buddies at like the Ale House or the Willow Tree or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'd get promoted where I would have work extra hours because I was training and still doing my other job. And, and then I would just another game would come out and I would be like, oh, okay, we'll only play this one real quick because I only heard it's only like 28 hours or whatever the fuck, And then it would just Fallout would just sit there and just kind of look at me and be probably hurt that I had opened it and I teased it. I even installed it, but just never clicked play.
You could not experience me.
And then finally the show came out, and I watched the first episode of the show, and I was like, fuck, this show's cool, man. And I'm sure the games are just as cool as this episode. So let me stop and hit pause on this. And I downloaded and bought Fallout 4 with whatever fucking X packs. I think it had Nuka-Cola Park or whatever, the amusement park expansion up to that point. So I got all of the Fallout 4 up to there, and I fucking love that game, man. I played it all the way through, to the most recent expansion, and then I went back and I watched the show, and I was like, yeah, man, I kicking myself in the ass because I should have given it its due attention and due diligence at the time that it had come out. But I'm glad that I have gotten to enjoy Fallout 4. I've been interested in 76, haven't picked it up, but then I really like the first season, and I know the second season's coming around the corner. So, to end that, and again, to do that second ending, that encore ending of nerdy shit, that would be the next, big nerdy thing that I'm looking forward to. So, definitely the new season of Stranger Things, and then the new season of
Fallout. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, I'll be able to watch that too.
That's gonna be good.
For sure. Yeah, man. I think that's a good ending, little cherry on top of this, the little time to flip the big chairs on the tiny table.
There you go. Wipe down that little tiny table from all that sweat.
Yeah, definitely.
That we have there.
Exactly.
And then
fucking
flip those chairs up and then turn the lights down.
Exactly. But yeah, this is
J-Man, thanks for having me on Don't Feed the Animals, man.
Of course. I think we can definitely do this again soon and, team up creatively and come up with something really, really fun and special. This is always a fun thing to do, and it's always fun to not be alone and not do it by myself. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's been
It's
funny.
never goodbye. It's always see you later.
See you later, alligator. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for listening to another episode of Don't Feed the Animals podcast. I am James. And you're listening to my co-host. Go for it.
Chris.
Yes. See, it feels good to say your name out loud like that, right? And I've never changed it. I never knew what to do when an intro. I've been doing whatever the fuck I want, but saying my name out loud, I've always had fun with it.
You know what? It's everybody knows me as Rojas, so
Yeah.
it has been Rojas.
You're Rojas on my phone. Plus, you're one of many Chris's in my life, so it's best for me not to refer to you as Chris.
It's
Yeah.
It's always been Rojas, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Your boy Rojas.
Your boy Rojas. But yeah.
Roheezy.
Thank you all for listening again, and catch us all on the flippity flip. Peace out.
Don't feed the animals, signs all around. We talk a lot of junk, yeah, you vibing with us now. Build something from the ground up, yeah, we like to clown. Talk about some real stuff, yeah, something profound. It's a pleasure that you're hearing us, wouldn't mess around. It's a topic of discussion worth talking that we bustin'. Put a nail in the coffin. If you love it, then you love it. If you don't mean nothing. Still bring it to the public. Y'all don't feed the animals, put them in a cage. They couldn't handle truth. We gonna bust out the gate like some cannibals. Same face, same channel, messing with the tune. A bunch of idiots stuck in one room. Can't take us serious. You love what we feeding you. I'm with the show, yeah, proceed with the interview. Local celebrity, snatch a toy from your cereal.